Hola. Hey, what's happening? See me so you can see me now. All right. It's Sunday, and we're back. Back with another video. Back with another banger. Ratchet TV version. Back with another banger. Oh, I know my battery's low, so I hope we don't clunk over here anytime soon. But if we do, hey, I'll do another one when I get back to better battery power. But what's going on? Double tap TV, YouTube style. What's going on? He says. Back with another banger, says Ratchet TV on YouTube. What is happening with you? Hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving week to you all. It's a time to be thankful, although we should be thankful every day, right? I am eternally grateful each and every day, all of the time. I'm always grateful. I'm thankful. God orders our steps, and I'm grateful. But, you know, we're into this week. So, my kiddos are off. Kiddos, like they're little kids. They're grown young men, by golly. I got one is about to turn 24 tomorrow. The eldest Stallworth lad is about to be 24 years young tomorrow. What was I doing when I was 24? Lord have mercy. God be praised. If only you knew. But, yeah. He's a good kid. Good young man. Really nice. Nice, polite, kind young man. And, you know, his dad and I have been blessed to have these hashtag my three sons, young kings, as our legacy builders, right? So, the oldest of our three is 24. Well, he's 23, he'll be 24. The second one just turned 23 last month. They're 11 months apart. So, as of today, they're still both 23. But, tomorrow, after 23 hours of labor, hello, he will be officially 24. Thanks be unto God. And I'm like, oh, great. So what are you going to do for your birthday? What do you want to do for your birthday? Oh, it's just another day. I'm like, what? Just another day? Just another day? What do you mean it's just another day? It was not just another day. The day you were born was not just another day. Trust me. As I begin to tell him all the things that happened on the day that he was born that was not just another day. And as I run down the list of all the amazing things that went on, he realizes it's not just another day. So, you know, at 23 going on 24, I don't think he's where he wants to be in life. You know, he took a little sabbatical, a couple years sabbatical during the pandemic off of college. So, therefore, his friends are graduating, or he should be graduating, but he's not. So, you know, I'm like, that's all right. You're going to graduate. You're still going. You'll get there. So we got to tell our young kings and queens early to give themselves some grace. Don't be so hard on themselves about all the things that go on in life. And really, it's not about what happens or, you know, what choices we make that are good or not good for us. But really, it's how do we bounce back? Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Are you ready to bounce back, my baby? Let's go bounce back. I don't care what happened back then. We bouncing back, but you got to just step into the bounce back, right? So, you know, if you take an L, I don't want you to call it taking a loss. You know, all these regrets, we hold these regrets. Oh my gosh, I should have done so-and-so. I messed up. I can't believe I blew that. No, don't take the L as a loss. Take the L as a lesson. So yeah, I took an L. I took a lesson out of that. And tonight I bounced back. Come on and bounce back. I'll give you a bounce back. The likes of what you have never seen, right? So if you discover something today that you did not know, that just makes your heart sing. I can't sing. That makes your heart sing. That makes your eyes twinkle. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's still possible for me. You know, I was talking about that yesterday with somebody at church about, you know, we think if we make mistakes and do stuff that it disqualifies us for, you know, a great existence and God's best. But that is so not true. You're not disqualified, right? You took the L. If you don't look at it as a loss, you look at it as a lesson. And then you bounce back, baby. I'm ready to bounce back. So, you know, we flipped the switch. We keep going over this. This is HowWeFlow.today TV. I'm Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady, founder and CEO of the Flow streaming service, and also of HowWeFlow.today, HowWeFlow.today TV, and HowWeFlow.isogenics.com. It's a whole community here that I have. We're curating a community here of like-minded individuals centered on self-care, wellness, the art of well-being, and really just becoming our best transformed selves, right? So a lot of times we live our lives believing that, oh, I blew it, I made these mistakes, and my best life is no longer possible. But your best life can start today. It's just a mindset switch that we flipped. So if you've been with the group, you've been in our community, you know that September 1st, we flipped the switch, flip, and decided to go 1,000% for all that God said that he wanted us to do between September 1st, December 31st. So here we are on November 19th. Oh my gosh, we have not much time left in this year. So if you're just joining us, you're not too late to start right where you are. And let's decide, well, what is it that I'm going to achieve here in the movement towards me and my best life ever? It's never too late, never too late. And then we're all the way up in 2024, all the way up 2024. So if last night you took an L, made some poor choices, don't we all? So what? Remember, whose life is it? It's yours, and it's okay to switch anything in your life at any time. You decide, right? So if last night you took an L and tonight you're bouncing back, then go ahead and bounce back. Start anew. Act like anything that happened before didn't happen. Say, all right, Lord, I learned a lesson. Thank you for forgiving me. And if you can forgive me, that means anybody else can forgive me, because we're working on that, right? Working on ourselves, working on our better selves. I think Pastor talked about forgiveness at church today at New Birth, Pastor Brian. So, you know, and about people who, even people who are already gone on and passed away, and there were some things that you did not settle with them, so you couldn't offer forgiveness or deal with it. What do, right? You got to give that to God. Say, Lord, you take this, and I'm going to just let that burden down. I'm going to lay that burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. There's nothing I can do with it. I cannot engage with the person, right? They're not here. So if I continue to carry it on my shoulders the rest of my life, there's nothing great that can come of it. So I have to release it. And God is always there to catch our releases. You know, when you go fishing, you got to go catch and release the fish you catch. We are letting God handle everything that we need to release to him. He'll catch our releases. He'll catch our releases. So if he's able to catch our releases, then why would we not give it to him? He can handle it. He's strong. He's King of Kings, Lord of Lords. He's the true and living God. He can handle all of it because he created all of it. All of it belongs to him any doggone way. So he knew he was going to make mistakes, choose choices for ourselves that were not our best judgment moments. or not feel like we can handle what he really had for us, you know. So I say, flip the switch. Let's go with that. Wow, baby. I can't believe it's almost dark out here. What time is it? It's 5:46 and it's almost the sun going down. Why is this person trying to do that? You know we're in the same lane. Cut that out. Yeah, so yes indeed. Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. So let's bounce back together, why don't we? It is all good, I promise you. Love, hugs, pats. I forgot to start with that. Love you so much. You guys are my joy, all right? I love chatting with you all and sharing with you and then hearing back from you and your journey and how we're transforming ourselves. And then once we can transform it, we can help others do the same, and so on and so on and so on. And that's the community that we're building, HowWeFlow.today. So follow us on Instagram at HowWeFlow.today. I just put the website back up over the last weekend, HowWeFlow.today. HowWeFlow.today. I'm going to be adding stuff to it, so it's not fully, fully loaded, but it is operational. But yeah, so just keep following along. Type in the comments section what you're working on. We can talk about it. All right. But today, Sunday, if you discover something brand new today, it was a revelation, or you knew it, but it was reconfirmed, just thank God for it, right? It's a good day, and I thank, what's that song? And I thank God for it. It's been a good day. Someone's got their Christmas tree up. It's time to put the tree up. And I thank God for it. I got my, sing with me, I got my health and strength. I know it's getting dark. And I know that I'm his child. I know I'm his child. I got my health and strength. It's been a good day. Even though the sun's going down early, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. If you believe it's been a good day, type that in the chat, in the comments. It's been a good day, and I thank God for it. Every day is going to be a good day, and even if it's not the perfect day, it's still good because you are still yet here. You are yet alive to try it again, to take the L and then bounce back. And the L as in the lesson, and then you bounce back from that, all right? So I am here to share the joy of the Lord with you as we journey to become our best selves and live our dream life, so we don't have to take a vacation from our life because our life is so terrible. We don't want any of that, okay? This video is going to be short because it's dark out here. It's almost dark. But we don't want any of that. So, we're working on our self-care, our wellness, the art of well-being, our mindset, and just knowing that anything is possible. Anything you want, you can have. Don't let people tell you can't have it, because it's not true. Anything you want, you can have. What you're looking for is looking for you. So if you speak things that are not as though they were, watch when they start showing up. You'll be like, oh my goodness. God always is faithful to always show me what he has for me before he gives it to me. Always. He's always shown it to me before he gives it to me. And in this season here, wow, he shows me so much before he gives it to me. But it's always been that. So I might see something about something, be like, oh, well, that would be really great. And then next thing I know, I have that thing, many, many times over my years of my life. And so if he shows it to me before he gives it to me, and I've seen it because he's shown it, I know it's coming. I work on my patience level. I was talking about 5 years, my son's going to be 24. He was 19 when God showed me something. Put it right in my face just like this. Right? Boop. Here it is. Yet, in that moment, there is literally no evidence that that's what it's going to be, right? Although you're like, wow, wouldn't that be great? Like, boop, here it is. This is yours. And I'm like, wait, how could that even be? Like there's some stuff that has to happen in between this and that. And yeah, it could take a long time to happen. But I believe God when he shows me something that's what it is. He's never let me down on that. He's always clear. So prayerfully, same as for you. That he'll show you something and let you know that's for you. This is yours. This is what I have for you. And he may give it to you right away, or he may give it to you later. And he may want you to work on some stuff first. Sometimes we got to work on ourselves to be in position to receive the fullness and the all-encompassing gift that he has, right? All the things that go along with it. We have to be in a prepared place in order to receive it properly. Because if he gives it to us before we are ready, we're going to fumble it, right? And you don't want to fumble your best gift ever, right? You don't want to fumble. So, excuse me. My throat is getting scratchy. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, handsome. Love you so much. I'm drinking my tea today. So this is we work on wellness. So I make tea, and I make the ginger shots, and I make all that with the turmeric and the ginger, and I had some chai tea, some black tea with it, and some I threw in a splash of salted caramel tea, right? So I had all these teas blended together, and so the chai, salted caramel, the regular tea, and then I added turmeric, and I added ginger, and cayenne pepper. Yes. So you're like, what? But it's twangy, spicy, and good. But the turmeric is for anti-inflammatory. The ginger is good for you. The cayenne pepper, all of that is good for you too. So when I put those, usually I put them in, because I work so early in the morning doing chapter 4. So around 4, I'll get up and put the tea on, and I'll put in the turmeric, the ginger, and the cayenne. Sometimes I put lemon, sometimes garlic, right? So there's all these things you can put together and be able to drink it that can end up benefiting you more so than just, I'm having some tea with sugar, which I love too, right? But so I'm working on some stuff. And so that, which is so good, doesn't even taste like what it sounds like. I made it, it was hot, and then before I went to church today, I put it in these, I had 2 of them actually, one bigger than this one for the road, and I had ice, and then I used my funnel and I poured the hot tea with the ice, and I have cream in it, of course, so it's not like fully healthy, but it's so good. So it's I put some vanilla creamer in there too, so all of that plus the ice, and now it's like an iced coffee style drink, although I don't really drink coffee. I do like iced coffee, but if this tastes like iced coffee, yet it's tea, which I'm a tea lady and I prefer that, and it's just so yummy and good. And so I still get my daily dose of turmeric and my ginger and my cayenne pepper in there with it. I know the creamer smooshes some of that stuff out. It's okay though. Sometimes you gotta just do it anyway. So if I'm gonna drink it, I'm gonna drink it. But so we're here for the art of well-being, your wellness, your self-care. So I'm about to start. I gotta work this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then back to work Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday work in the morning. Tuesday got a class also. And then Thursday, we'll visit my dad for Thanksgiving. We'll be back Saturday. And so, so for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm gonna try to put my tree up. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to decorate it. It's the 12-footer. I need some help with it. We have to use the ladder and everything to get it fully up. 12 foot. You know why I bought a 12-foot tree? One, because it's always so beautiful. and the other because my son, the one whose birthday is tomorrow, he's 6'8". So when I had a 6-foot tree, he's like, yeah, Christmas tree, okay. He's looking down at it. I'm looking down, Shrek, I'm looking down. Don't look down, donkey. I'm looking down. He don't want to look down at the tree. I don't want to look down at the tree, you know? So I'm like, well, shoot, we're not going to get a 6-foot tree. We're not going to get a 9-foot tree. We're not even going to get a 10-foot tree. We're going to get a 12-foot tree that he will never be taller than. So he can always feel like, you know, he's not too tall, you know? You're never too tall. People want to be tall, you know? I keep telling them. People want to be tall. And sometimes they can't be tall. Now, I did see the story, and I knew about it from before, in terms of wanting to be tall and changing your height. It was over, I don't know if it was Japan or somewhere, where they just do surgery, somewhere overseas. They do surgery they break your legs, then they lengthen them by adding whatever to it, and then the bone has to regrow around the extension, and you can add up to, was it 6 to 10 inches. Like certain people can only get a certain amount of extra height. Others, if they qualify, can get a bigger height depending on who does it. So you mostly heard about it overseas a few years back when my son's always been way taller than everybody. From kindergarten, the kids were only up to his elbow, his same age kids. So he's always been tall. So I said, people, you know, he feels a certain way. I'm like, people want to be tall. When you get grown, you're going to know that they're going to love a 6'8", tall, handsome man. But right now, you can't appreciate it as a kid your friends are only up to your elbow. He's like, I don't want to get taller, but he keeps getting taller. So, you know, I'm like, well, people are getting operations to get taller. You can see that. And so we had never heard of anyone, you know, locally here in Atlanta, but there is someone in Atlanta who I saw a story about him on TV or on internet when he was interviewed on a TV local newscast, that he got that surgery for leg lengthening, and he's way taller now. He's like way up here, and he's talking about, I gotta find who he is or what his name is and share more about. I'll share the link to the story when I find it. But it was interesting, and he was just telling how it's different, how people look at him different, you know, how it affects his dating life and just different things. Like, it's just like a whole different thing. Imagine if you were 6 or 10 inches taller than you are right now. So you're 5'8", and now you're 6'6". Like, what? It's a whole new world, right? Oh, I can see on top of the refrigerator. You know, it's simple things like that. But then people who don't know you, that you got the lengthening or the heightening, whatever you call it, surgery, they only see you as the tall person initially because that's all they knew. Because you're new to them, you're not someone that has known. They're not someone who's known you forever. They treat you as the tall person. It's kind of just different for people, right? But I'm talking about this. All right, God, I'm talking about this, and it's like, well, you know, let's say you're getting some transformation, because that's a transformation to go from 5'8" to 6'6". It's visible. It's a visible transformation. But sometimes we might be as tall as we need to be or want to be, but there's other kinds of transformation that we need. Other areas where we need to grow. Okay, God. Other areas where we need to grow. So no, I'm already 5'9", 5'10", depending on what day. And so I don't need to get taller, but there might be some areas internally that I need to grow. So since we're all about transformation, what areas do you need to grow in? What areas do you need another 6 to 10 inches in, right? So it could be in your ability to forgive. We talk about forgiving. It could be in your ability to move on from situations that aren't good for you. It could be in your ability to give other people grace when they make mistakes. It could be in all kinds of things, but it's all an individual thing. So if we're talking about transformation, and we're speaking of, just as an aside, I don't know what I'm ever going to talk about when I turn this thing on. I don't ever plan what I'm going to say. God just gives me stuff to say. So I don't know. I didn't plan this. I don't even know what made me think about the about the kid. Oh, I know. The guy who got the leg lengthening. What made me think about that? I'm like, how did I even get on that? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm talking about Christmas tree. And I got a 12-foot Christmas tree, and I want you to come help. You all can help me come decorate or give me some suggestions, right? But yeah. So, and then my reason why I got 12-foot tree because my son was really tall, and then we got on the leg lengthening, and now we got on. We might not need to lengthen our legs, but we might need some other area of growth, and that's where we are. I didn't plan any of that. I don't know. God leads me down the pathway, and I go. But so okay. I said all that to say, I don't know what we're going to talk about when I get on here. I talk about whatever he says to talk about. So somebody needs to hear this, and I'm grateful to be the conduit, right? So if there's some areas that we need some growth in, or we even want some growth in, they were kind of okay with it, but we really want to be better. I really want to be better at having that positive outlook on life. I let the negative Nellies get to me too much. Or maybe I'm a negative Nelly. I don't want to do that anymore. Any life you want, you can have. What you're looking for is looking for you. That positive outlook that you want is looking for you right now, and you can flip the switch and get it, right? So just know that anything is possible. God still wants you to be your highest and best self that he created you to be, that he called you to be, that he purposed you to be in this life. No matter what you've done or was done to you or what has happened, and we talked about the layers of trauma and the parfait of trauma, no matter what any of that is that we're dealing with or we're working on or we're trying to work our way through, or wherever you are in your stages, you still can have God's perfect will for your life starting now. Maybe it wasn't perfect before because I made choices and they weren't good choices. They were good to me in the moment. They were easy. I didn't have to change anything about myself. But it's still okay to say, all right, God, enough of that permissive will life. I really want, what did you really have for me? And who did you really have for me to become? I want to become that best me. All right, so the battery went out on the other phone. So I'm just going to finish this video up. Again, I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I ever get on here. And, God just gives me what I got to say. So just to wrap this up quickly, we'll come back with another banger. Come back with another banger later. So please be thankful for all that God has allowed for you. Get no light on me. And all that. Oh, shiny. She's super shiny. All that he has done and purpose for you in your life. And, So, everything is going to be fine. So if you found out some great news today, then be like, yes, Lord, yes. To your will and to your way. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart, I will agree. And my answer will be yes. Lord, yes, we had a whole praise party, and that was last week or 2 weeks ago at church, maybe 2 Sundays ago. Yes, Lord, yes, when your spirit speaks to me. Woo! So, listen, I'm going to get off here because I know the lighting is terrible, I tell you. But I love you so much. God bless you. I put half the heart up, you put the other half up because my phone's in my other hand. One arm hug, hugs, pats. And happy Thanksgiving! Lastly, I just decided I am not going to be dragging around, living a half existence anymore. It's the holidays, and I'm going to go, full gusto to enjoy the holidays. It's going to be Christmas and my birthday, and I always spend my birthday alone because over the years, hashtag my three sons, they have visitation with their dad over the Christmas break, and it was usually my birthday's 2 days after Christmas, so I would just be by myself for years since we got divorced. Oh my gosh, since 2011. So this year I'm going to find somebody to have some fun with and enjoy myself. So we got to embrace life. And I'm tired of just living at half, going at 50% of the embrace. I want the full embrace, the fullness thereof. So if anybody's down with that, let a sister know I'm not alone, okay? So, There is so much goodness ahead. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So if you're with me, like I'm with you, Steph, we're going all out. 100% times 10. 1,000 percent to what God has for you for the rest of this year till 12/31. And on 1/1/24, it's all the way up. All right? So, stick with us here. We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. No regrets. No looking back. Just only looking forward. All is forgiven. All is well. Let's just start. I always say, just start right where you are. You're not too late. Just start right where you are. So we're going to start right where we are, which is where we are today. November 19th, 2023. Tomorrow, my son's birthday. So we're going to celebrate that tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I got work in a class. Wednesday, I got work. And then Thursday, we're off to visit family for the holidays and be back, I think Saturday. Probably back Saturday. And church on Sunday. And then, we're going to be almost into the new month here pretty soon. And that means we're counting down these 40-something days until our transformation should be so nearing completion that it is visible to everyone, right? And we're not ashamed to talk about it. And we're not worried about what people think, right? That's part of the transformation. So maybe, okay, that's where we were in the last video before my battery ran out, my Cricket phone. Don't talk about my phone. Yes, I'm an Android, but, I'm a Cricket Android. That's even worse to you guys, right? But, so if we think of, talk about the leg lengthening operation procedures that people get to get 6 to 10 inches tall, depending on who does the operation and where it's done. Typically 6, sometimes they'll do 10. And so if you don't need a leg lengthening, but you do need to grow in some other areas, let's get to the growth point where we don't care what people have to say about what we choose when we're choosing what's really right for us, right? So if you know in your heart of hearts that you're doing what God tells you to do, or He told you to do, or He's leading you, you cannot worry about what people say, because people are not your Savior. They are not your God. They are not your Creator, right? So, and I know it's hard to do, especially if you've been conditioned to worry about what people think. But it's okay. And we start where we are, and we get there, and then we take an L, like, oh man, I started thinking about what people thought, and I didn't go for it. But tonight I bounced back. So when you take the L, it's not a loss, it's a lesson. All right, next time that happens, I'm going to take the lesson and do this different thing so that I build up from it. Continue to build up your successes, step by step up this ladder of success. And so, people think of the ladder of success about your career only. It's not about your career only. It's literally about your own personal growth and development, your own ability to become your best self and to live your best life. And yes, you still can do it. I keep telling you. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm here to live my best life. No more dragging around. No more like, alone by myself or whatever. Who cares, God's going to put the person in place right when the time is right. I'm hoping it's time to decorate my tree this week, but if not, okay. Maybe for Christmas, maybe for my birthday, maybe for the new year, or maybe whenever God says, right? So, but either way, no matter how you look at it, I'm still going to be living my best life so that when the time is right and the Lord makes it happen, that I'm already in that great place already. Because you can't wait for somebody to come into your life to feel like you're finally in my great place. Be in your great place already. Be already that person and prepared. So then like meets like. Like you're not down here in the low space. Oh, I'm feeling low, and they're feeling low, and we're together, and you trauma bond. No. You want to already be where you need to be and let them be where they need to be. And the two of you come together and you're already here, and then you can only go higher, right? So you don't want to be down here in the low space if you can help it. So, since you can help it, let's go! Oh my goodness. I'm going to stop talking because I really need to go in the house. Because it's dark out here. It's dark. I love you, though. God bless you. God's shining his best will on you. And all you got to do is take it, right? Lord, I accept your will. I'm going to post this video. Pastor Brian, you did this video. I don't know when this was. Hold on, I'm just getting tired. Let's switch hands. You did this video. I think it was like a group therapy Bible study you had. And it's about I'm sitting still. I'm sitting still. And what do you say? I sleep well at night, knowing you don't like me. I am checking Facebook while you write a report, knowing that, if God has authored something in my life, it will come to pass. So I sit back and I'm sitting still. Why? Because it's already done. I'm going to post that video. I can find it. It's already done, right? He said he's digging the scene with a gangster lead. Woo, woo. So I added this little music in the background that goes with that song. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging in the scene with the gangster lead. Woo, woo, right? And so I'm sitting still. Why? Pastor Brian said, why? Because it's already done. So God's perfect will is already done in the spiritual realm, and is soon to come in the natural realm. And every moment that we live, we're one moment closer to it happening. All right? So even if we don't know when it's going to happen, we know that it is going to happen because God's will is always done, right? When the time is right. God said, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And he's going to make it happen. So I'm sitting back. I'm sitting still. Digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo, woo. I'm going to get on off of here. I love you so much. You guys are my best. HowWeFlow.today community people. And we'll flow again. Yet another day. Yet another time. But be blessed. Be kept. Be never, never left. God's got you right in the very palm of his hand. And the things you don't have a solution for, he already had worked out a solution. You gotta just have that faith that he's gonna work it out. Because he's already worked it out. Spiritually. You gotta get down here in the 3D, in the natural realm. But you can't be waiting for it. See, here's the last thing. I was talking to this wonderful woman yesterday at church. We cannot wait until we see it in the natural to believe it. And for those who don't believe it, you believe it in the spiritual and it's not seen in the natural. They don't believe it because they don't see it in the natural. They can't go with you to your next phase of life and elevation that God has for you because they don't believe it until they see it. But if you believe it and you don't see it because you know when the time is right, God's going to make it happen, you can't carry that extra weight that's going to drag you down. We were just talking about this yesterday. I was telling her. I was just sharing this with her. It is going to drag you down, or they will drag you down in their non-belief. Let God help their unbelief until they believe, and then maybe they could do some other elevation. But guess what? If it's your time to elevate and go to your best place because you've already done the work to transform, I see you doing the work, and I see you looking amazing like you've transformed. And I'm proud of you, and thank you, Lord, for doing that for them, right? And for everyone who's on the HowWeFlow.today community here, great things are happening. Great things are happening. See, I'm expecting great things. Keep telling yourself that every day. You wake up every day. Thank you, Lord. I wake up every day. Oh, Lord, thank you for another day. You are so worthy to be praised. We glorify your name. Thank you for another day to praise your name. Thank you, Jesus. You are the air that I breathe, right? I can't live without you. We talked about this yesterday, too. This wonderful lady I saw at church. She said, if there was no him, what would be the purpose? She would not need to still even be here. We're nothing without him. We can't do anything without God, right? But these people who are, manipulators, backstabbers, interference people, whatever people do that aren't good to keep you from your best self. They can't go with you when God elevates you to your next space because they're not ready. It doesn't mean they can't change. but they're not ready. So why are you waiting to elevate for them? It's an individual thing. God called each of us to individual things, and then he puts us together with people to do things together. But if you individually are not ready, you are holding up the party. So be ready. Be ye also ready. But if people that are around you are still trying to be, think about lower things and trickery and what's in it for them and all of that, you gotta let them go for now. I mean, you can still love them from a distance because you got places to go. You got an assignment on your life. You got a call and you got to go do that thing. And so some people can't go with you. I have to talk about this. They can't go with you. Cut that off. They can't come. Doesn't mean they can't get to their own higher space, but they have to be ready. And if they didn't do the work to transform themselves from that lower level thinking and that limited thought life and limiting belief system, they can't come with where you are. You transformed into something else. That's why we're here, right? So how are you today? How you flowing today? How we flowed out today? Community is nothing against anybody, but what they say, put your mask on first and then help the people around you. Well, you better put your mask on and elevate, and then you can help other people. But it's easier said than done sometimes, right? But it's time. Okay. God's calling you into some greater things, and I want you to answer him. Say, yes, Lord, yes. When the Spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart, I'll agree. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. And I want and pray and believe your answer is yes, Lord, yes, when God calls on you to do something. My answer will be yes. Oh, God, you got to watch that service. It was last Sunday. I mean, today was off the hook, too. But I don't know if it was last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago. It was a good 10 or more minutes of, us in the yes, Lord, yes, right? And what God is doing in our lives. Oh my goodness. I could go on for days. I could do this for hours and hours and hours, right? But I won't. It's Sunday night. I gotta get ready for the week ahead. So all is well. And it's time to move. And let's finish this last part of the year, last 40-something days, higher than we thought we could ever go. Just kind of grasp what you've already accomplished in this transformation phase that we're working on. And say, hold it up. Be like, wow, I did all of that. This is where I was. This is where I am. And that's where I'm going. I'm going there. And go there. You can do it. I'm watching y'all do it. And it's beautiful in my sight. And I know it's beautiful in God's sight. Because he's like, look at my people I created. They're doing it. They got it. They get it. Right? And I know you get it. It's just hard to break free of, the pattern. The thing you're locked into, because you may have not operated in this free way all of your life. And it's new and it's different and it's easier to go back to the old way. But I promise you, don't go back to the old way. You will never regret it. If you do go back, you will regret it. And one day you'll say, wow, I wonder what it would have been like if I just kept going. So just keep going. If they're meant to come, they'll catch up. But you got to go do what's best for you and what God said. So I'm here to cheer you on. I'm your biggest fan. I always tell my students I'm their biggest fan. I am your biggest fan. And so I want to see you get what God has for you. All right? So let's flow. Let's flow. How we flowed out today. How we flowed out today TV. And let's go. Let's flow. Let's go all the way up. Sending our thoughts and prayers to the Carter family and really to the nation. Loss of First Lady Rosalind Carter today, wife of Jimmy Carter. We're here in Atlanta. It's going to be, she had just gone into hospice care at home. They just made that announcement this week. And, you know, of course, Jimmy Carter had been in hospice care for a while. And this is really, I guess, faster than I was imagining anything was going to transpire for her transition. So prayers for Carter family and all of us. I love them, the Carters. Rosalind Carter going on to glory, and you know, praying for President Jimmy Carter, family, friends, loved ones, and all those in the country that love them as well. Another angel in heaven. Mom, say hi to Mrs. Carter. So, anyway, listen, I'm going to leave you with that. Happy Thanksgiving week. Type in the chat what you're thankful for. Let me know how it went this week. You should check out Pastor Brian's sermon. He talked a lot about, you know, he said, I'm trying to prepare y'all to see these people, your family. Sometimes people's family relationships are not good. I'm grateful that my family relationship is very good. So I don't have any of those traumas to deal with, but sometimes people do. So prepare yourselves for whatever it is, and believe God to break some generational curses and open up some generational blessings around that Thanksgiving holiday table, all right? And maybe the difference maker is you. When you come in with your renewed mindset, it's a whole new thing. They will have to figure out how to adjust to you instead of you having to adjust to them all those years, right? So now you make the difference, and then they'll adjust to you. They're going to fight you on it, but it's okay. Keep being your authentic self that God created you to be. Be your pure, authentic, positive thinking self, believing that all things are possible through God, and just keep being that. You're like, what's going on with you? Oh, everything is good, you know. God is good. He done showed me some things, and hey, I believe God for the best is yet to come. We don't have to stay like we are, you guys. You just tell them. Maybe you share the How We Flowed Out Today community with them. Share some of the videos that I make here, so that maybe some transformation can happen while you're there for the weekend. And then by Christmas time, you guys may be in a new space, depending on who the people are, right? So I'm sharing with you all of this for a reason. And again, like I said, I'll never know what I'm going to be talking about. But I just go for what God gives me in the moment. So right now he's giving me, love you guys. Sign off, Stephanie. God bless you. I'll see you guys soon. And enjoy your Thanksgiving week with your family, friends. And if you're alone, hey, I'll join with you. I'll pop on with some videos and we'll share together, because we're never alone anyway. God's always with us. Say, Lord, what am I going to do on this Thanksgiving by myself, right? So it's our second Thanksgiving without Mom. But sometimes some people, it's their first Thanksgiving without someone. Like the Carter family is going to be the first Thanksgiving without sweet Rosalind Carter, right? So it's a period of adjustment. It's a new reality, and you never know what it's going to be. But however you respond to it, however your family or friends respond to things like this, just approach it with grace for them, because everyone's different and you respond differently. And approach it with grace for yourself. Give yourself some grace. Don't beat yourself up on how you respond to people pushing your buttons. Oh, and I said you should put one of the ejector seat in one of these buttons. I think I put the perhaps put one of the buttons with a secret ejector seat to eject those people out of your life that are trying to give you the business. But if people push your buttons, you know, family and friends or whatever, whomever, in your Thanksgiving Day circle, just show them your new transformed self. They'll notice it. They may not understand it. They may think you're acting a certain kind of way, but just keep being yourself, and eventually they'll have to make that adjustment. Don't you adjust back to the old. You make them adjust to the new. All right? So for all of you Apple people who think we Androiders should adjust to the new and get an iPhone, that's what I'm talking about. Don't go to an Android if you're an Apple. Those Androids will just have to adjust to the new. Maybe one day I will. I mean, I have a Apple computer and an Apple iPad tablet, but I just don't have an Apple phone. When y'all get me a 6.5, 7-inch Apple phone like I got now, then maybe there is one, but it costs an arm and a leg. But if you get me one of those, I'll use Apple. All right? Deal! Deal! My birthday's coming up. December 27th, 2 days after Christmas, and no combined Christmas birthday presents. My parents never did that. They always kept it separate, and that is so important for people who have birthdays near holidays. Oh yeah, it is your birthday. All right, well that's a Christmas and birthday present. Nah, don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to people. Anyway, I love you so very much. God loves you more. God bless you. I'll be praying for you. I see you doing the work. I see the differences. Keep going. You're almost home. You're almost home. All right. I can't do two-sided heart because my hand is holding the phone because it's dark out here. But you do the other side. Okay. Love you. God bless you. And we'll see you soon. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I'll get on here before then. Before Thanksgiving with another banger. With another video. Come on, Ratchet TV on YouTube. And again, we're going to HowWeFlow. Shouts out to my student Des with the HowWeFlow. 1000% to what God has for us in this season, the next phase of our lives. So if you're new to our community and you missed some videos, go back. I'm about to put them all on the website here over the holiday. Go back. And speaking of the holiday and Black Friday, I'm going to have some things available for you, not only in HowWeFlow.today, but some other things that are available that I'm reactivating some of my online stores. Okay, so I'll let you know about those as soon as I get those together. Hurry up, Stephanie, get it together. Because it's time to go all the way up. I love you. God bless you. You're the best. And I look forward to all that is coming ahead in the rest of this year and in 2024 and beyond. All right, God bless you. Praying for you. See you soon. See ya. We'll talk.